Out there with some
The news with Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary, of course, is off this morning.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage. And
bright and early, Eric.
Bright and early. Welcome back to the morning. And yes, today, maybe not quite the most pleasant morning.
It's a little foggy when I got to the top of the hill here, so I think there's a little fog in the hilltops. And I had a few little, spurts of rain as I was driving in this morning as well. So is that going to continue?
For the morning, yes. For the afternoon, we got some sunshine moving in. So we got some
like
good news for that. Let's take a look at the radar right now because, yes, we are dealing with a couple of things. First off, let's talk about rain chances. There's some light drizzle passing through parts of central New York right now. We are on the backside of a cold front, so that northwest wind is carrying some low-level moisture along Lake Ontario. Basically, short-term, or at least the abbreviated term, lake effect rainfall. But either way, it's just producing some light drizzle in parts of Oneida County and Herkimer County right now. But for the next few hours, this is going to be somewhat of a damp morning. On top of that, it is not really that foggy in Utica. You head up into the hills, though. Those clouds are low-lying. It is some incredibly dense fog in parts of those higher elevations. So again, today, it's a drizzly morning out there with patchy, dense fog. We do clear up throughout the day with sunshine moving in this afternoon. And it's looking like a really nice weekend ahead. And matter of fact, we do have our latest fall foliage report for this weekend. And there could be some spots already hitting peak fall colors. We're going to talk about that, plus the latest on the tropics, if what's expected to become a either tropical storm in the Atlantic, 94L, if that will reach mainland U.S., all that and more in that full forecast. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. And don't forget...
Welcome back to Sunrise. Happy Friday, everybody. Today we're, again, dealing with some fog and some light drizzle to start your day. But that's the outlier. What will be another very nice stretch of weather following today and into the weekend, potentially even into next week, too. We look at some Mesonet cameras this morning. Got some drizzle in Woodgate. Got some fog developing in those higher elevations. And right here, again, it's not widespread, but it's mainly due to those low-lying clouds. So it's the higher elevations that are dealing with that fog this morning. Live look at the radar. Again, there's that lake effect rainfall taking place over the Mohawk Valley. Aside from that, traffic tracker showing green conditions across the board. No accidents to report. And so today, you head out, watch out for that fog and that drizzle, but mainly fog being the important thing. Drizzle not only that impactful, but either way, this afternoon, the sun will peak out, temperatures climb into the 70s, a pretty nice afternoon and evening, and then following that, we'll have a look at what we can expect for your first weekend of fall coming up in a few minutes. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Erica. Traffic...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. I just saw in the tower cam, got some pretty dense fog here on Smith Hill and Deerfield. It's mainly in those higher elevations. You head down into the valley, live look in Utica. Well, it's cloudy and it's damp out. We got some patchy drizzle falling through parts of the area. In fact, it's cloudy in Rome, a westerly wind of 12 miles an hour. That's what's carrying that moisture over Lake Ontario. Dew point is 63, so we have some slightly humid conditions out there today. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We have a couple of showers again passing into Oswego County, eventually into Lewis, Oneida, and Herkimer counties. They fall apart the farther down the Mohawk Valley they go, but as you can see here, there are some pockets near Boonville, and then some, there's a shower that just passed through Utica moments ago, now heading into the Mohawk, Frankfort, Herkimer area before finally heading closer to Little Falls. So today, it's a cloudy and damp start, but we will see some sunshine this afternoon. As those showers exit, that cold front finally passes over us and things begin to quiet down weather-wise. So if you have any football to go to tonight, it's drying up, temperatures in the 60s. Maybe bring a towel to wipe off some of the bleachers there in case it's still a bit damp from earlier this morning. But either way, we're not expecting any more rain tonight. In fact, the rest of the weekend looking pretty nice so far. The latest fall foliage report, I did update a few of the high peaks of the Adirondacks, now approaching and pretty much at peak fall colors right now. This includes the slopes of those higher hilltops in the Catskills, Hunter Mountain, toward Lake Placid, Whiteface, high peaks in the Adirondacks. Those spots right there reporting very near to peak fall colors for this coming weekend. And of course, that will continue to spread into some more elevations as we head throughout next week. So a little early this year, mainly due to how dry this summer has been. So this afternoon, the clouds pretty much fell apart. Still maybe a passing sprinkle, but it does end by this evening and tonight. Patchy fog tomorrow. Maybe some light drizzle to start your day Saturday morning in the Adirondacks, but that drizzle does end, and we will see increased cloud cover, mainly faded clouds due to some low pressure south of us. This will not really produce overcast skies, but either way, by Sunday, valley fog in the south, turning to sunshine by the afternoon, and temperatures pushing near 80. Look at that. It's going to be a very warm, very pleasant weekend so far. And then back to the tropics. I want to focus on one thing right here. This is called Invest 94L, expected to develop into, at least at some point, an organized cyclone. Meanwhile, Umberto is over here, still pushing out to sea, but just a heads up, this could impact the southeast coast. 94L right now. It's not officially a tropical storm just yet. It's still a tropical depression, but we'll closely watch it. Again, Umberto heads out to sea. That is not impacting us, but with what's called the Fujiwara effect, these systems could rotate around each other. So we'll keep a close eye on it throughout today and the weekend and for the start of next week. But either way, I mean, Katrina, look at that for the 7-day forecast. I mean, besides the rainfall we have early today, not a whole lot of it as we head into next week with lots of sunshine.
You want to get out and get that leaf peeping done now because it's a short season, I'm hearing.
Yeah, before you know it, well, if we get any wind or any rainfall, luckily all this rain happened early. If it goes later, all the leaves will be gone.
Goodness gracious. So I've been telling everyone, get the leaf peeping done while the weather's nice this week. Thank you so much, Eric. Time now is... Well, good morning, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 today. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary has the day off. Let's start with the half hour with a check of the forecast with meteorologist Eric Gage. A little fog, some drizzle. What's going on, Eric?
Yeah, we got some fog. Yeah, drizzle pretty much for the most part. We take a look at the radar right now because we have some of that rainfall moving through, mainly light lake effect drizzle. It's one of those nuisance showers where it's not really producing a whole lot of rain, but it is when you're driving on the roads, covering your windshield pretty frequently. So again, we have a few of those bands. Again, they're falling apart as they head down into the Mohawk Valley, but still a couple of them are still surviving and heading into eventually Oswego County and then eventually Lewis, Oneida, and Herkimer County for the next couple of hours. So this is not a widespread drizzly event, but still you might run into it. So it is foggy up here on Smith Hill, those higher elevations dealing with those low-lying clouds, but you head below those clouds, it's a damp start to the day today. Now, today's conditions beginning unsettled this afternoon, a different story. We're going to see some sunshine roll in, and that'll set the stage for a very nice stretch of weather heading into the weekend and potentially beyond. As you can see here, very beautiful weekend expected. But on top of that, we have some updates on that fall foliage reports. Will there be some areas already in peak fall colors? We'll have the latest on that coming up in a few minutes. Katrina?
Eric, thank you so much. And don't forget forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning, former...
Welcome back to Sunrise, everybody. Happy Friday. Our photo of the day, for obvious reasons, is some fall foliage. This one, a great photo up on 7th Lake, up in the Adirondacks. And this one right here is something that's a very beautiful shot here, not only of the foliage, but also of a seaplane there parked. And I was recommended by a very nice News Talk guest here a couple of days ago to go and fly or take a ride in one of those seaplanes. She recommended it's the best way to view the foliage in fall. So that's on my bucket list, and I hope it might be on yours, at least in the near future, to take a seaplane out and enjoy the Adirondacks. And by the way, I heard, Katrina, that you flew by yourself for the first time. Is that correct? You flew for the first time by yourself?
Yes. Soloed.
Solo flight.
Yeah.
Katrina can fly a plane solo. I can't fly, but I'll eventually learn how to do it. But congratulations to Katrina for
Thank you,
doing
Eric.
it.
I appreciate that. Take a foliage tour, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, fall.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
It's a damp morning out there today with some clouds, some fog, and some light drizzle. We take a look at downtown Utica. It is a damp morning out there right now. Roadways, as you can see there, still a bit wet. The temperature officially right now at Rome sitting in the 60s, 65 degrees, cloudy skies, westerly wind of 12 miles an hour. So look at the radar. We have some patches of rain showers over the region. They're not really that heavy. They're just drizzly, if that. So not very impactful, but you can see them passing over the northwestern portions of our area, heading mainly in Lewis County, northern Oneida County, and northern Herkimer County, with a few isolated spots down in the Mohawk Valley right there. Either way, though, this morning drizzle and cloud cover will be clearing out. We'll see some sunshine this afternoon with temperatures in the low 70s. Even then, if you have any plans for tonight to go out to some football games, local high school football games, temperatures will be in the 60s with clear skies. Again, no rainfall is expected as we head into this evening. Latest fall foliage report for this weekend. There are some updates. We have some locations in the Adirondacks, high peaks near Whiteface and even Marcy seeing near peak, in fact, pretty much peak fall colors there. Hunter Mountain heading down toward the Catskills, those higher elevations there where all the ski resorts are, seeing pretty much peak fall colors for this weekend. And as we head throughout next week, expect to see a lot of these colors begin to expand, especially near peak and much more of the Adirondacks. And then the midpoint extending into some lower elevations as well. So on our Skycast, we piece this forecast all together today. We have clouds giving way to some sunshine this afternoon. As we head into tonight, there's going to be a cold front that moves in from the northwest. This will stall over the North Country early tomorrow morning. So when it comes to the conditions for Saturday, in the early part of the day, we got some fog to start. Clouds and some light drizzle in the Adirondacks, turning to sunshine pretty much for everyone by the late morning, early afternoon. By the evening, though, we're going to see some clouds roll in from low pressure south of us. This is not bringing rain, but just bringing clouds to our area. Then we'll see some valley fog south Sunday morning, turning to sunshine for pretty much all of us by the afternoon, and high temperatures in the upper 70s. Very comfortable day for the end of the weekend. And a tropical update. Again, we're going to be keeping a close eye on this right here. We have what's called 94L right now. It's a tropical depression expected to form into something a little more organized. Also, Umberto over here. These are going to be side-by-side tropical systems. This might impact the southeast coast, but we'll keep a close eye on it. By the way, Umberto is expected to head out to sea, but with the way these systems are so close to each other, we have to keep a very close eye on it as we head into early next week. But either way, this weekend's looking pretty nice. Lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 60s and 70s by much of next week with even more sunshine, Katrina. So not too bad of a stretch to enjoy some of that fall foliage.
This weather has just been phenomenal for this summer, late summer to fall season.
Yeah, I don't. It's mind-blowing.
I love it. Thank you so much, Eric. Well, it's National Pancake
News with Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary has the day off, of course.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
We needed this rain for sure. I needed a couple of days to not feel guilty about not being outside in the gorgeous weather.
I know. I mean, it's
just been a beautiful stretch.
Yeah, so nice, so much sunshine. And yeah, it's so dry that much needed rain has moved in.
We did need it. Yeah.
And today we are still dealing with some of that rainfall. Today is mainly not so much beneficial rain, mainly nuisance rain, because this really isn't impacting us a whole lot in terms of adding additional, I guess you want to call it beneficial rain to the soil. This is this light drizzle, which just basically all it does is just cover your windshield as you drive into work. So we have a couple of these showers popping up, mainly north of Route 20, heading toward the Tug Hill area, Lewis County, Jefferson and Oswego counties right now where that heavier showers are currently taking place. A lot lighter as you head down into the Mohawk Valley and into northern Oneida County. So that's what's going on right now. There is some fog, pretty dense fog in those higher elevations, those hilltops. You head below that cloud layer, and it's just a damp, cloudy morning. So you can see here some damp roadways right along Risky Boulevard in Utica. So what are we tracking today? Again, a drizzly start with patchy, dense fog. We will clear up progressively throughout the day with sunshine moving in and some pretty nice conditions to wrap up the rest of the work week. And then could be a pretty nice weekend ahead as we approach Saturday and Sunday. So again, nice weekend, but are we going to see some peak fall colors, or is it still a little bit away? We're going to have the latest fall foliage report for the Adirondacks and surrounding areas coming up in a few minutes. Katrina?
Thank you, Eric. New this morning, power is...
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Friday. What a week it's been with some beneficial rain arriving yesterday. A lot of rain in some parts of New York State. We got our fair share here in the Mohawk Valley, especially in some isolated spots, picking up 2, potentially even as high as 3 inches of rain. This morning, well, it's still a little damp out. We're not tracking any heavy, notable rain. It's this nuisance drizzle we're tracking for much of this morning, mixed in with cloud cover. We can see it right here on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, just north of Oswego in Oswego County, right along I-81 heading up north. That's where all that rainfall is taking place. But a couple areas of drizzle moving through parts of central New York. Traffic tracker is mainly quiet. I want to focus on what's going on right behind me right here in the westbound direction of I-90. There is a accident right before the Canastota exit. Just a heads up, if you're heading westbound today towards Syracuse, you might encounter that accident early this morning. But that's about it in terms of activity here on the traffic tracker this morning. It's a damp, cloudy, foggy start in some higher elevations this afternoon. The sun peaks out and temperatures climb into the 70s. So pretty nice afternoon on tap. In fact, could be a pretty nice weekend as well. We'll talk about that forecast plus that latest fall foliage report in a few minutes. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. A
Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. We are starting out the day today on this Friday with some clouds, some drizzle, and some fog. We take a look in downtown Utica where we're seeing more of the rain and cloud cover, that fog and the higher elevations. But either way, temperature at 64 degrees. The winds have calmed a little bit, but still we have that westerly wind carrying some of that drizzle here into the Mohawk Valley. Let's put a time lapse on this right now, where as you can see here, these are slowly progressing through parts of central New York right now as a trough is extending through pretty much the entire state at this hour. So expect some clouds and a passing drizzly shower over the next couple of hours, primarily in the higher elevations north near Florence, Boonville, and heading toward Morehouse in Hamilton County, and then farther down into the areas north of the Mohawk Valley. Either way, it's going to be a cloudy start regardless across the region for much of the morning and early afternoon. But we got some sunshine arriving by this evening, and that's a sign of what's to come for the next several days, especially into this coming weekend. Heading into football games tonight, we'll be in the 60s with clear skies. Overall, not too bad weather-wise. In the meantime, if you have any plans this weekend, maybe viewing some of the leaves on your agenda. We have pretty much peak fall colors getting reported right now in the high peaks of the Adirondacks and those higher elevations near Hunter Mountain in the Catskills. Those are 2 isolated spots right now. We'll see these darker reds and lighter red colors indicating near peak or peak fall colors gradually expand over the next several days and through much of next week. I'm thinking a lot of the Adirondacks will be in peak fall foliage category as early as late next week and into the weekend, which is a little earlier than usual. So, look at the skycast here today. It's cloudy to start, lingering drizzle, sunshine this afternoon. Tonight it's clear, it's quiet. but a cold front from our north is going to produce clouds and some light drizzle early Saturday morning in the Adirondacks. For the rest of us, patchy fog. Then by the afternoon, that front lifts. We're seeing pretty much entirely dry weather Saturday evening. A few more clouds, though, from an approaching low pressure. But then we'll see some more sunshine arrive as we head into Sunday. A tropical update here. This is making national headlines for obvious reasons. There are two potential hurricanes forming. In fact, there's already one hurricane, Category 1, Umberto right now. But Invest 94L, which hasn't really formed anything just yet. Still, there's a rotational energy likely to form into potentially at least a tropical storm, maybe even higher. The biggest concern with that is it could slingshot into the southeast coast, but it's still early. We're going to be following that throughout the weekend into the early part of next week. But either way, here locally, for now, we're not expecting any direct impacts here in central New York. In fact, quite the opposite. We got a lot of sunshine icons there, Katrina, for this weekend and for much of next week. So
perfect for leaf peeping. And again, that's
weather.
a short foliage season, so get out there and take care of that.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Eric. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for another half hour. I'm Katrina Smith. Gary's off. Let's start this half hour with a check of that Storm Tracker 2 forecast. And Eric, you were telling me that today is the first day that we have more night than day.
Yes, that's right. Yesterday we were just over 12 hours of daylight. Today, 11 hours and 57 minutes, meaning nighttime is longer. Yeah, so here goes the stretch into the darkness. But don't worry about it. Yeah, well, let's talk about something else. There'll be a lot more sunshine the next few days. No Debbie Downer here this morning. We take a look at the radar. Yes, it's damp. It's drizzly out. You could call it dreary, I guess, but it's temporary. This nuisance drizzle exits. I'm calling it nuisance because this is not really beneficial. It's not really producing anything meaningful in terms of rainfall accumulation. Just it's collecting on your windshield as you drive into work. We can see that cloud cover here this morning, but again, as we head throughout the afternoon, we're going to see those conditions gradually improve with more sunshine expected this afternoon and this evening. And better yet, this weekend is looking pretty nice weather-wise. Plenty of sunshine and some pretty warm temperatures, even into early next week. So with that in mind, we could be seeing a pretty nice weekend and even early next week. If you have any plans, check out some of the fall foliage, especially in the Adirondacks. Some spots could be seeing their first peak colors this weekend. We're going to show exactly where you can see those, plus how the rest of the week, or I should say weekend and early next week, is shaping up. Katrina?
Thank you, Eric. We will stay tuned for that. And don't forget that storm forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning.
Panel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
Welcome back, everybody, to Sunrise on this Friday morning. Today we begin with a photo of some foliage on 7th Lake in the Adirondacks. Take a look at this photo right here. This is submitted anonymously on our website of some amazing foliage right there, which is potentially very close to peak colors, likely late this weekend into early next week. So vibrant foliage there. And on top of that, a recommendation too to take one of those seaplane guided tours. Apparently they are very, or at least one of the most, or the best way to view the foliage this time of year. I know it's on my bucket list, and maybe Katrina can take all of us on a plane ride. Whether now she can fly on her own too. So either way, it's this season already starting a little early. Plenty of fall foliage, and however you want to go view it, go right ahead. This weekend's looking pretty nice. Katrina?
Thank you, Eric. Definitely have done that seaplane ride, and it is very cool.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Got some clouds, some drizzle, and some patchy dense fog in those higher elevations. Good morning, everybody, on this Friday. Happy Friday. We begin with a live look at downtown Utica. Now, yes, you look outside and it might seem like it'd be a day similar to yesterday. Generally unsettled, maybe more rain arriving, but today it's going to start out like this and look a lot more sunny as we head into the afternoon. 64 degrees the current temperature, a west-southwest wind of 5 miles an hour. Still some slightly higher dew points in the humid category today, but that will progressively change as we get more of that westerly wind arriving this afternoon. You can see here the radar not entirely dry. We have some patchy drizzle passing over us. The most notable shower currently in this corner of Oswego County, heading into Lewis County in the next 15-20 minutes. This might extend into northern Oneida County near Boonville, eventually farther into central Herkimer County before it begins to fall apart. So just a heads up in terms of that rain shower right there. Other than that, some patchy drizzle in the Mohawk Valley. Still mostly cloudy skies. Again, this afternoon, the sunshine moves in, temperatures climb into the 70s. Tonight, if you have any plans, especially some high school football games, you've got clear skies and temperatures in the 60s. So not too bad weather-wise for any football games tonight. Our latest fall foliage report, we do have some updates. We have at least some locations in the high peaks of the Adirondacks approaching, if not already at peak fall colors here. The dark red area right here near the high peaks near Lake Placid, Whiteface, Mount Marcy. You head farther south, Hunter Mountain, Catskills, those areas with all the ski slopes. That's the spots right now where we think there's peak fall colors there too. And we'll see this red area slowly extend over the next couple of days, especially into early next week, as a lot of the Adirondacks are expected to be in peak season for much of the week next week. So in our Skycast today, it's a cloudy start, some patchy drizzle this afternoon. It does dry up with plenty of sunshine. Tonight, it's mostly quiet. Patchy fog develops in the Mohawk Valley. A cold front pushes south and stalls over the Adirondacks. You could be experiencing some drizzle and clouds to start your day in the Adirondacks tomorrow. Either way, it does clear up throughout the afternoon. We will see, though, some more clouds from the southwest as low pressure moves up the Atlantic coast. It doesn't really reach us in terms of rainfall, but we still get some influence from that cloud cover. And again, the latest updates on the tropics right now. You see these what are called spaghetti plots of potential outcomes of where that where currently 94L is. It's a tropical depression likely to turn into at least a more organized system as it moves up the Atlantic coast, potentially impacting the southeast coast near the Carolinas. We'll keep a close eye on it. For the most part, though, what's left of Umberto right now, which is a Category 1 hurricane, will likely push out to sea. But we'll keep a close eye over the next couple of days because, again, there are two systems, potential two either tropical storms or hurricanes developing in the Atlantic right now side by side. But you can see here, not really affecting us all too much. We got lots of sunshine, dry weather. Enjoy that foliage.
That's beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, it's gorgeous weather. It continues after a gorgeous stretch past couple of weeks.
And you need to get out this weekend and check out that full foliage if you want to take a look at it. Thank you so much, Eric. Well, today is National Pancake Day.
With Katrina Smith and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Go ahead, Eric. Say good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Katrina Smith.
And I'm Eric Gage. Just kidding. We don't work together that much anymore,
right?
So, you know, that chemistry that you used to see between us, like, you know, it's now we have to kind of get it back a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we have a pretty rainy morning out there.
But that's going to give way to sunshine.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Katrina, you're going to the green screen.
Yep, I'm going to walk over there, and Eric's going to do the news today.
Let's take a look at the radar right now. We have some rain showers passing over central New York. They are hit or miss, not that widespread, but still it's a damp early afternoon. We're going to wait a little bit for this to pass over us because as we head into this afternoon, we're going to start to see some of this cloud cover beginning to decrease and, yes, some sunshine moving in. You look at the clouds today, it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of dry weather on the horizon, but that's the case. You can see right here conditions already starting to improve a little bit. Now, I say that, and the sunshine that was here on some of these cameras already disappeared, but there were some blue skies out toward western New York, and that is headed our way as a trough moves over us. Let's look at that, too. We have a maintenance guy working on the Brookfield camera there, too, so interesting sight. Either way, next 12 hours, temperatures climb into the low 70s. Those clouds give way to clear skies this evening, and even tonight. Tomorrow, so far looking mostly dry aside from the North Country, but we could have a pretty nice stretch of weather ahead just in time for viewing some of the peak fall foliage. Yes, peak fall foliage in parts of our area. We'll have the latest on that fall foliage map coming up in a few minutes. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. Classes are canceled at Utica University for
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
A rain shower you got to see in the tower cam heading toward the eastern sky. A look at the sky over downtown Utica. Well, there's that elusive sunshine. It's peeking out a little bit mixed in with all that cloud cover. And again, you're going to see a lot more of that coming up in a couple of hours. We just have to get through this drizzle and rain and cloud cover to begin your day. 67 so far currently at Griffiths and Rome. Northwest wind. This is where that pattern is going to shift a little bit. We're going to get more of that northerly wind. It's going to kick out a lot of that Louisville moisture. As you can see right here, it's really starting to fire up right now, but behind it, a lack of activity. There's a cold front coming in from the north. This is going to become stationary a little bit and form over the North Country. We're going to show this a little bit more in detail coming up in our Skycast. But either way, today it's going to dry up with sunshine moving into clear skies tonight. So if you want to head to any football games, you've got gorgeous weather for it. Temperatures in the low 60s and again, dry weather. This weekend, we have some drizzle potentially in the Adirondacks Saturday morning. Otherwise, sunshine and patchy fog. It's a dry afternoon with clouds increasing, but that's really about it in terms of anything really entering our area. There's no rainfall. It stays to our south. Sunday is a better shot for plenty of sunshine as temperatures climb into the upper 70s. In the meantime, it could be very nice weather for leaf peeping for not only this weekend, but for much of next week. And an update on our fall foliage report. We have locations in the high peaks that are pretty much at peak colors right now. Same thing for some higher elevations, or at least the highest of elevations in the Catskills down near Hunter Mountain right there. So again, the highest locations in New York State now in peak colors. Throughout the week, we're going to see these reds begin to expand, at least the zone of near peak or peak colors as the season progresses. So today, it started out damp, cloudy, hasn't really changed all too much, but we're going to slowly see this weather improve over the next few hours as temperatures climb into the low 70s and sunshine begins to move in. Overnight tonight, fog arrives, and up north, clouds and drizzle to start your day. Then by the afternoon, sunshine moves in. However, we'll be seeing a few more clouds arrive in the evening from that approaching low pressure to our south. That low stays outside of central New York for now. Because of that, we'll see dry weather overnight, sunshine to start your day Sunday, maybe some valley fog down south, but then we're going to see that sun return again by the afternoon for all of the area and into the evening. Still, we're going to keep a close eye on the tropics for now. Nothing officially formed just yet for Invest 94L, which is expected to form into at least a tropical storm or even potentially a hurricane. It's still too early to determine that, but either way, it's likely going to continue a path at least impacting the southeast by some form, either through landfall or with some additional rainfall along the outer bands. 7-day forecast following today and early tomorrow. I mean, we got some pretty nice weather on tap as you look ahead to the end of the weekend and for much of next week. So this is the week to do it. Go out and enjoy the fall colors.
Really?
Not too often do we get these stretches of nice weather, so we'll take advantage of it when we still have it.
Absolutely, and it will be a short season for it, so you want to get out and enjoy that weather. Thanks, Eric. Well, the USDA, we apologize for the technical difficulties on that package and Eric running. Everybody's scurrying here to get done what we need to do today. You need to scurry and get your leaf peeping done.
Exactly. I mean, you look outside, you've got some of the leaves already starting to change. Cooperstown got some nice scene out there. In fact, let's take it full screen right here. Look at the beautiful foliage in Cooperstown early this afternoon. And on top of that, I mentioned we have some blue skies peeking out. The cameras weren't in my favor last time, but here we are with blue skies reported in parts of Lawrence, Camden, even in Redfield up north. We have some of that starting to move in across the area. And again, it's been this cloudy afternoon, but radar also picking up on some spotty showers. Behind it, a lot less in terms of rainfall activity. We can see the backside of this trough moving its way in. And following that, we will see, of course, plenty more sunshine. Now, today, temperatures are in the 70s. Clouds continuing to decrease with sunshine moving its way into clear skies tonight with lows in the 50s. This will set the stage for a pretty nice weekend and a pretty nice stretch of weather next week. We'll have all the details on that coming up in that full forecast. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. Well, it's time for the annual.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. It's a cloudy one out there, but we have some sunshine. It's just a little bit delayed today. We take a look at downtown Utica. It's generally overcast right now. Looking to some of our cameras, heading out in, for example, Oswego right now. It has some sunshine. Ontario, New York, over in Wayne County, starting to see some sunshine as well. Even in Delaware County, to our south, we have some sunshine moving in. Either way, what we aren't seeing sunshine is right here in Utica. A few breaks here and there, but overcast is generally the story right now. Cloudy, 68 degrees. It's all due to the fact we have a trough moving over us at this hour. We can see all that rainfall activity. So if we aren't currently, if you're in cloudy skies or you're seeing rainfall, it's a temporary thing today. As we head into the next few hours, sunshine continues in, and by tonight especially, it's clear. Perfect conditions for enjoying some high school football games tonight. Now, how's the weekend shaping up? Well, we look at Saturday. It starts out with patchy fog, drizzle and cloud cover in the Adirondacks from a stationary front which eventually lifts north, producing dry weather across the board throughout the evening and overnight, and a lot more sunshine expected on Sunday. In the meantime, with that weather report, how about the foliage report here? If you plan on doing any leaf peeping this weekend or heading up into the Adirondacks or Catskills, well, yeah, it could be seeing some peak colors, especially out near Lake Placid and parts of Whiteface and Mount Marcy, those high peaks areas, as well as Hunter Mountain and some of those slopes down in the highest hills of the Catskills. So for now, it's very isolated peak colors. We're going to expect to see this spread as we head throughout next week, where some of the higher elevations in the Adirondacks will be in peak fall colors category as early next week. So our Skycast shows cloud cover turning to sunshine. It's delayed, but it's coming. We'll be seeing it. And heading into tonight, we're going to see clouds begin to increase, at least I should say patchy fog increasing, clouds increasing to our north in the Adirondacks with areas of light drizzle. That drizzle will end and push north outside the area by the afternoon. Sunshine across the region, but then clouds return again as the low pressure moves in from the south. Now, that's going to be a temporary thing as sunshine returns again as we head into Sunday morning. 55 degrees, the temperatures start in Utica, up into the mid to upper 70s as we head into Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. And so your 7-day forecast, we've got some sunshine on tap, not only for the end of the weekend, but also heading into next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We've got a 70s and maybe even in the upper 60s by Wednesday and Thursday. So pretty much dry weather across the board following this unsettled stretch. So we got to get through this, and then we have a lot of sunshine on tap by next week.
It's gorgeous. It's in the 70s too.
Yeah, we're almost in October. Doesn't quite look like October just yet.
Absolutely. We will take it. Thank you so much, Eric. Well, Delta flight was for
weekend with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Looking really nice today, kind of a gloomy couple of showers here and there, but the weekend is looking very, very nice. We're looking at dry weather throughout. There are still a few sprinkles out there this evening, but we do expect the weather to dry out as we go forward. Clouds give way to sunshine, a temperature of 70 degrees at Griffis and Rome. Humidity is down compared to yesterday. It was a very humid day yesterday, not so much today. We're expecting a return to sunshine. Great weather for high school football. Temperatures will be in the 60s this evening. Very comfortable out there, and it does cool off as we head into tonight with generally clear skies. Clear now tonight. Beautiful weekend is expected both Saturday and Sunday, and the weather looks to stay nice into next week, but we're also watching the tropics. There's some concerns for the eastern seaboard, specifically North and South Carolina with the next developing system. We'll take a closer look at that coming up. Partly sunny skies this evening, temperatures in the upper 60s. Again, tracking a lovely weekend ahead. Got to look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Online trade public.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Happy Friday. We have a nice weekend ahead. Another nice weekend, and it's perfect timing for the Remsen Barn Fest. Temperatures look to be in the 70s both days. Lots of sunshine, specifically Sunday. We'll see some faded sunshine tomorrow, but again, it's looking dry and it's looking great to be outdoors. Very comfortable. Warm days, cool nights. It's the nice part about early fall. Live looking downtown Utica, and plenty of sunshine. We've been seeing a couple of showers. It was kind of a gloomier day earlier weather-wise, but things have improved. There are a few very brief sprinkles out there now, but even these will be going away soon. The weather looks great for fall color. This is the weekend to head up to the Adirondacks. Peak color is taking place this weekend, a little bit earlier than last year. I think that has to do with the dry weather and the stress on the trees, making it an earlier fall foliage season. Again, the best place to go in the Adirondacks. It'll be a few more weeks before this happens in the Mohawk Valley, but it changes very quickly this time of the year. A confirmed tornado in Sullivan County today by the National Weather Service in Binghamton, an EF0 was confirmed today. This touched down yesterday. This marks the 7th tornado for New York State, and 3 of those tornadoes, by the way, happened in our area in Oneida County. Radar and satellite image, high pressure building in from the west. It's going to set the stage for a lovely weekend here in central New York. Clear skies expected tonight. Temperatures drop down into the 50s. So it will be a cooler night compared to the last couple. Tomorrow, faded sunshine, beautiful. Looking at dry weather throughout, temperatures climb into the mid-70s. Skies remain mostly clear tomorrow night. On Sunday, sunshine is expected in abundance, and it looks warm. High temperatures will be in the upper 70s. We might even hit 80 degrees briefly in the lower elevations. We are watching the tropics. We've got a major hurricane Umberto, Category 3, likely to become a Category 4. This stays out to sea, but it's this area that we're watching very closely. It's expected to become Tropical Storm Imelda. It hasn't quite made it there yet, but it will. And the projection for this brings it along the East Coast, close to South Carolina as a hurricane, a very low-grade hurricane, Category 1, by early next week. So this obviously is going to be something that we watch very, very closely here over the next couple of days. As far as our local effect, this stays out of our area, but again, we'll continue to watch it. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 52. Tomorrow, faded sunshine, 75. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather looks beautiful for the next 7 days. We're dry. Looking at sunshine Monday, Tuesday. It does cool down into the 60s Wednesday and Thursday. Some chilly nights ahead, too. But this weather pattern should be great for trying to find the comet that will be visible in the night sky, which we'll be talking about more in a few minutes.
All right, Bill, thank you. It was one weekend with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
We've got lovely weather here for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday look absolutely beautiful here in central New York. One thing we're getting excited about is Comet Swan. I think it's going to be visible over the next couple of weeks. Right now, it is visible, but it's very low on the horizon right after sunset. You're going to look for Mars. They had very low on the horizon. But what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks is this is going to rise in the night sky, which means it'll be easier to spot. It's also expected to become brighter as we head into the next couple of weeks, becoming brightest around October 12th, where it makes its closest path to Earth. So we'll keep you posted. It looks like skies will be clear over the next several nights to be able to check that out. Again, if you want to look at it now, you'll need a pair of binoculars as it's still too dim to be seen with the naked eye. But I think that'll be changing too as it does get a little bit brighter. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. Temperature-wise, we'll be in the 70s tomorrow, close to 80 Sunday and Monday, even Tuesday as well. That's way above average. We're typically in the 60s. We'll get there, though, as we look ahead to Wednesday. Taking the dog out for a walk, it's a great night to do that. Temperatures will be in the 60s after sunset. Tonight's featured dog is Layla from Vienna. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Krista, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The Polish flag is flying.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. The weather is looking beautiful as we head into the weekend. We're expecting lots and lots of sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. Faded sunshine tomorrow, 75. Sunday is looking sunny and warm and not very fall-like, probably more like early summer, maybe late summer, I should say. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Could push 80 degrees in a few spots. And pretty comfortable at night, though. Live look in Cooperstown, 69 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Been kind of a gloomy day for the most part. The last couple of hours, the weather has significantly improved. Excuse me, we've seen a return to some sunshine. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We did see some sprinkles earlier today. Those have fallen apart. The weather is set for the weather's looking really nice as we head into the weekend. If you're looking to get out and enjoy fall color, this is a great weekend to do that. The higher elevations are expected to be in peak color, especially the Adirondacks and the Catskills. That's the place to go. And it is a little bit earlier this year compared to last year, and I think that has to do with the dry weather. All that, the drought we've had has been a big stress on the trees. And we'll see how this plays out here because that trend should continue across the Mohawk Valley. Typically in the Mohawk Valley, it's the middle of October when things get close to peak color. We'll see how this plays out this year. 70 degrees, Whitesboro, Clinton, Micah, New Hartford, Barneveld, 67. Erican Inlet, 64 degrees, Jeff and Mohawk, 70. Worcester checking in with 67. A couple of sprinkles out there earlier today from the leftovers of yesterday's weather system. We've got a dome of high pressure building in, and that is going to set the stage for some lovely weather here. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows drop down into the 50s. Tomorrow, looking at sunshine, followed by some high clouds. Temperatures warm up into the low 70s. Tomorrow night, the weather looks mostly clear. We remain dry. Overnight lows drop down into the 50s. On Sunday, it's sunny and it's warmer. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s. Again, a nice finish to the weekend. We're watching a very active tropical scenario where we've got Hurricane Umberto, which is a major hurricane, winds over 115 miles an hour. This is expected to stay out to sea, but this system that has yet to get a name, it has not developed into a tropical storm yet, but it's close. This is expected to become Imelda. That's the next one on the list. It becomes a hurricane, Category 1 hurricane, and this one could approach the East Coast, specifically South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, and this could also stall. This is the track from the National Hurricane Center. So while this is not expected to be a big storm, this could cause all kinds of problems along the southeast coast. And again, locally it stays out of our area, but we'll continue to watch this closely over the next couple of days. Partly cloudy tonight, low 50. Tomorrow, faded sunshine, 75. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. 79 on Sunday, mostly sunny. Mostly sunny Monday, 80. The weather looks beautiful next week. It does cool down, though. Sunshine, temperatures in the 60s Wednesday and Thursday. Some chilly nights ahead, too. Sunshine Friday, highs near 70. We'll be right back.
Chris.
Hey, we've got some lovely weather here for the weekend. A lot of people are excited about that. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. He had some sprinkles earlier today, but those have diminished. Those have moved out. And the stage is set for some lovely weather here this evening. Temperature of 70 degrees currently. It's going to be a great night for high school football, too. Comfortable temperatures will be in the 60s. Looking at very, very lovely weather. Light winds, too. Just perfect for the fans and the players. Heading into tonight, again, looking at clear skies, beautiful weekend ahead. We're watching the tropics. We've got one system that could potentially impact the East Coast by early next week. We're going to take a closer look at that coming up. This evening, again, improving weather. Temperatures will be in the 60s, partly sunny skies. Got to look at a really nice weekend, along with the fall colors, and where the best place to head to check those out would be. Look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A strong odor.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Happy Friday. The weather is clearing out just in time for the weekend. And there's a lot going on here in central New York. Maybe one of the things you're doing this weekend is going to Barn Fest in Remsen. The weather's looking beautiful. Saturday, Sunday, pleasant. Both days, a little bit sunnier, a little bit warmer on Sunday, but again, both days look great to be outdoors. Live look in downtown Utica. Again, you can see the skies have cleared out. It was a little rough for part of the day. We had a couple of downpours at times, but all that has moved to the east, and again, the weather is drying out. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is a great weekend to explore the Adirondacks, the Catskills. These areas will be in peak fall color over the weekend, which is a little bit earlier, especially compared to last year. I think that has to do with the dry conditions that we've had this summer and fall. More of a stress on the trees rather than anything the trees can predict in the future. In the Mohawk Valley, we're still a few weeks away from peak color, but again, it seems to be earlier this year. We'll see how that trend continues. I wanted to follow up on that tornado touchdown that we mentioned yesterday. We confirmed it from radar in Delaware, Sullivan County. The National Weather Service conducted a storm survey today. It was an EF0 that happened in Sullivan County. It was on the ground for almost a half an hour. Between about 11:57 and 12:25 yesterday. Skywatchers checking in. Whitesboro 70 degrees, Mike in New Hartford 70. Jeff in Mohawk also 70 degrees, Bill Newell 66. Westford Dave with 65. We've got a dome of high pressure building in from the west. That's why the weather has dramatically changed this afternoon. And we're expecting clear skies tonight and into the weekend. We'll cool off tonight. Temperatures will drop into the 50s. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Some high clouds are expected throughout the day, so we'll call it faded sunshine. Temperatures climbing to the mid-70s. The weather remains dry tomorrow night. Sunny skies expected Sunday, and it looks warm. Temperatures will make a run towards 80 degrees in the Mohawk Valley. We're watching the tropics closely. We have Category 3 Hurricane Umberto. This is going to stay out to sea, but it's this newly developing system that will become Imelda that we have to watch. It hasn't formed yet, but it's expected to and become a hurricane, potentially bringing very heavy rain to South and North Carolina as we head into early next week. Again, it's looking to be a Category 1 storm, but this could be a big-time rainmaker. It should stay south of our area, though. Partly cloudy skies tonight, 52 for the overnight low. Sunshine tomorrow, 75. Beautiful weekend ahead. Warm weather early next week. Skies look clear. And we're looking at some cooler weather Wednesday and Thursday. Some chilly nights towards the end of the week. But this is perfect for fall weather. Plenty of sunshine ahead.
All right, Bill, thanks. I like that. Still ahead here on News Channel 2. It's
forecast looking. We have some lovely foliage here.
Yes.
How's our forecast looking for those runners on Sunday?
This is a perfect weekend to run.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be great weather Sunday morning. It'll be in the 50s, very cool, very comfortable. Lots of sunshine expected both weekend days. It should be a great weekend here in central New York. And again, warm during the day, comfortable at night. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. We had a few sprinkles, a few showers earlier today, but those have since pushed to the east. Temperature-wise, we are cooling off. We're already into the 50s, 57 degrees, clear skies, calm winds. We'll drop into the low 50s tonight. Again, warm weather ahead. We're pushing 80 by Sunday and Monday. That is easily 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Another warm day Tuesday before things start to cool down on Wednesday. Good sleeping weather tonight. You can leave the windows open. Overnight lows in the low 50s. Again, tracking a lovely weekend. We're looking at when we'll see any chance for rain in the extended forecast, plus an update on the tropics. We've got some new information on where Imelda is headed, and that's coming out. Luke, back over to you.
Bill, thanks so much.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We have a lovely weekend ahead. Weather-wise, it's about the same both Saturday and Sunday. Extra clouds on Saturday compared to Sunday, just a few high clouds. Temperatures in the mid-70s, warmer Sunday, 75 to 80. If you're going to the Remsen Barn Fest, should be a great weekend for that. Anything outdoors looks great. Live look in downtown Utica. This looks a lot different than it did earlier today. We had a few passing showers in, a few downpours. They were brief, but they did happen in the afternoon. Things are looking much quieter out there tonight. This live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. One thing you can do this weekend, check out the leaves. We're looking at peak color in the Adirondacks. Old Forge Speculator into the High Peaks region. This is the best weekend to check that out. The higher elevations of the Catskills are also at peak color. Higher elevations north and south of Utica, there's a lot of color, so it's worth checking out. We're still a few weeks away from peak color in the Mohawk Valley, although I can tell you that things are ahead of schedule so far, and I think that has to do with the dry weather and the stress that the trees have been having due to the dry weather. So it might be a little bit earlier this year by about a week compared to last year. Also, too, some new information to pass along today. There was a tornado touchdown that happened yesterday. We talked about it yesterday with the debris signature in Sullivan County. National Weather Service came to town today, came to town in Sullivan and confirmed that it was an EF0 tornado. So this marks tornado number 7 on the year for New York State. 3 of those tornadoes happened right here in Oneida County. So we look at the bigger picture. We've got high pressure building in from the west. The stage is set for a lovely weekend. Things look very quiet here in the Northeast. Clear skies tonight. We'll drop down into the low 50s, so it will be a cool night. Patchy fog is possible first thing tomorrow morning. That should burn off pretty quickly, though. We start out with temperatures in the 60s. We'll climb into the low to mid 70s, a beautiful afternoon. A few high clouds spill in from the west, and the weather looks pretty quiet heading into tomorrow night. Sunday features plenty of sunshine, and it looks warmer Sunday afternoon. Temperatures will be close to 80 degrees, which is way above average for the end of September. The tropics are getting busy. We've got major hurricane Umberto, 115 mile an hour winds. This storm is expected to curve to the north and stay out to sea. The one that we're following here is going to be future storm Imelda. It has not developed into a tropical storm yet, so it gets the name potential tropical cyclone 9. Whatever. This is going to be Imelda probably by this time tomorrow. And the most important thing is this goes to the north, and this will likely sit in the Carolinas. This could be a big-time rainmaker as it becomes a Category 1 hurricane. So folks along the Carolina coast are going to be keeping a very close eye on this. Could be talking about rainfall over a foot in the course of several days heading into early next week. Partly cloudy tonight, low 52. Tomorrow, faded sunshine, 75 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunshine, 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 sunshine. It's like you're hitting the lottery here, Luke.
It's a really nice forecast looking ahead, especially after like not the greatest week in the world.
Yeah, we did need the rain, but boy, they might be really getting the rain in the Carolinas here later next week.
Yeah, for sure. Has there ever been like a Hurricane Bill? Has there been like
there is a Hurricane Bill?
Bill. Was there Hurricane Luke at some point? Have they gone through all the different?
I don't know if there's a Hurricane Luke. I'll have to look that up.
Hopefully not of note. You don't want to be like.
Yeah, you don't want to be remembered.
I feel bad for our
that.
colleague Katrina because that's a tough rap to have at the end of the day. But we'll be right back with more news after the break. Bill Cardis, looking ahead to what's happening tomorrow, but more importantly, what's happening right now. We were at the water cooler, and I realized that the sports guys have been told that they don't have to wear ties anymore.
What's that
What do you make
about?
of this? Why do we have to wear ties then?
We're going to send that complaint right upstairs.
Right up to corporate.
Right up to Steve.
Yes. So, forecast.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Looking good. We are in good shape this weekend. Plenty of sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. Great weather for a run. For falling leaves, it'll be in the 50s in the morning, so it's pretty comfortable out there. By the afternoon, though, it's going to warm up. Live look at the Airfield Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. We did get a chance to dry out tonight after seeing a couple of showers earlier today. Current temperature down to 54, so it is cooling off quickly. And we're expecting overnight lows to be in the low 50s. Again, warm weather ahead. It'll be close to 80 degrees by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's a lot warmer than it typically is in late September, usually in the 60s. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the low 50s. We're tracking a nice weekend. We also got to look at the fall foliage report. What are the best places to head for this weekend, along with the latest on the tropics, and that's coming up. Luke, back to you.
Bill, thanks so much. New tonight.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're taking a look at the forecast here heading into the weekend. Remsen Barn Fest looks great if you're heading out to that. Temperatures will be in the 70s both Saturday and Sunday. A little bit warmer Sunday compared to Saturday, but it should be just as nice. Live look in downtown Utica. Again, things look quiet. It's been a dry evening here in central New York. Looking for the leaves this weekend, it is the Adirondacks. That's the place to go. It is going to be popular. Now look at that peak color here this weekend, best weekend to go. The weather should be absolutely beautiful for that. This is ahead of schedule. I think this has to do with the dry conditions that we've had in the summer and fall. Typically is about a week later, but again, this year things just seem to be a little bit earlier. Quick update, there was a confirmed tornado yesterday, ended up being an EF0 in Sullivan County, New York. This ends up being number 7 on the year for New York State. 3 of those tornadoes happened, of course, here in Oneida County. High pressure and control of our weather is going to keep us nice and dry as we head into the weekend. A little patchy fog early tomorrow, but then it's back to sunshine. Beautiful day, just a few high clouds in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the 70s. The weather looks dry tomorrow night. Plenty of sunshine on Sunday, nice and warm. Temperatures will be close to 80 degrees. We're watching the tropics. We've got Umberto, now a Category 4 hurricane. That's going to head out to sea. But it's the next one, which will become Imelda, that is our biggest concern. This is going to make its way into the Carolinas, potentially bringing some heavy rain here as we head into early next week. Partly cloudy skies tonight, down to 52. Tomorrow, beautiful day, faded sunshine, 75. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Beautiful weather as we head into the weekend and early next week. Close to 80 degrees Monday and Tuesday before we cool down. Plenty of sunshine Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Luke, back to you.
A lovely forecast from our New York State